So as a masculine man, one of the fundamental needs in your life is having feminine presence. I was, God, how old was I? I was like 15, 16, right? And I was in this relationship, this long-term relationship. This was like a 2-year relationship, maybe 2.5. But I was in this relationship with this girl who I was essentially settling for because I did not enjoy the time that we were spending together. A lot of the things we were doing were things that she wanted to do and not the things that I wanted to do. We would sit at like her house and just watch TV all day, go on dates that she wanted to go on. I was not happy in this relationship, but I stuck with it because I thought this is all I could have. This was all I could get. And I know that you are probably in a pretty damn similar position, or you have been, or you're going to be, but I do not want this life for you because there are so many women out there, right? The feminine is abundant. Abundance mindset, bro. And I want to give you some tips on how you can actually get the kind of love that you want in your life, because this is important, right? One of the strongest needs in your life is for partnership, is for having someone to be with you. Anyone who embarrasses you about that or tries to make you feel like gross about it is a dick, right? Or they just don't understand. They don't have the self-awareness that you and I do. Because wanting to have the kind of love in your life that you need is not a bad thing. Whether that's being in a long-term relationship, whether that's seeing multiple girls, as long as you're straight up and honest about what you want, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Finding the partner that is going to be the mother of your children is one of the most important decisions you are going to make in this life. And finding out how to get that in your life is essential to that. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. This is a fundamental human need that especially men are going through because, right, we're traditionally the ones who are approaching and who are going through the trials and tribulations of rejection. But anyway, anyone who tries to embarrass you about that shit is stupid, so just keep that in mind. Masculine and feminine energy. I talked a little bit about this before, but read the book of The Way of Superior Man. It talks a lot more about it. I'm just going to give you a quick overview. Masculine energy is things that are inside of you that make you feel like you have drive, like you want to get shit done, like you are searching for the next accomplishment. The masculine energy drives for freedom. That is its ultimate goal in life. Like even in sex, it gets a little bit like, it's very spiritual, a bit woo-woo. Like even in sex, you are looking to like ejaculate, right? And free what's inside of you. For feminine energy, right, it's the opposite of this. It wants to be fulfilled. Also, kind of gross in sex, but true. But it wants to feel fulfilled. It's the focus of feminine energy is on relationships, right? Having love, the flow of love in your life. And everyone has masculine and feminine energy in them, right? I don't just want to say that boys are like this and girls are like this because that's what is that called? It's kind of like a stereotype. I don't know the exact word, but it's like trying to fit everyone into one category, which just isn't true. But if you are a masculine man, that means you have a lot more masculine energy than feminine energy. And the energies attract their opposites, right? So because I'm a masculine man, I am attracted to more feminine people, more feminine women. And so again, having this natural need for partnership, this natural attraction to the opposite polarity is 100% natural. And don't be embarrassed about that shit. So the first thing I want to talk about Rizzing up, is inner game. So you first have to win the battle of having a good mental state to actually do this. You have to be authentic and honest when you go about this. This has been a theme in some of my previous videos, dude, but having authenticity and honesty in your life is fucking life-changing, bro. It is life-changing shit. But I need you to be authentic and honest when you're going up to women, when you are approaching, when you even just going about your day-to-day. Be authentic and honest, because this is what's going to attract the kind of women you actually want into your life. Being the person that you are, not trying to put on face, not trying to be someone else. Like, there's a point to be said about trying to be the best version of yourself, but don't try to be someone else. Don't sacrifice your values or your needs for somebody else, because you want to attract the kind of people that are going to genuinely work with you. Because if you're just attracting people that aren't going to work with you, it's going to be low tier people who are just who aren't right for you, right? Like, these people are going to be people that you clash with on a day-to-day basis, and you wouldn't be good in a relationship or even just like seeing them casually anyway. Because the point of this is not to like get as many. The point of dating could be whatever the fuck you want it, dude. But if it's to like get a higher body count, like to get as high a body count as possible, just to be able to brag, that's pretty sad, bro. Because what the fuck is that actually going to do for you? How fulfilling is that to your soul? It's not. Yeah, it's a great vanity metric, but like, who gives a fuck at the end of the day? What, are you feeding your ego with that? That's not a healthy ass thing to do. What you want to do is maximize the happiness in each of your relationships. So if you have one relationship, focusing a hell of a lot on it, maximizing the happiness of it. If you're seeing multiple women, maximizing the happiness that you and the other people out of this are getting from these relationships. It's okay to want to date one woman. It's okay to want to date around. But be honest and authentic and straight up about it, right? Because some people can look at you as like a player or a sleazeball if you're dating multiple people, but as long as you're straight up and honest, most people are going to be like, oh, okay, this dude's straightforward. And if that's not their bag, they're going to tell you that, right? They're going to say, ain't for me. And you'll be like, all right, next one. Whenever you are going up to women and approaching, again, be honest, but also don't expect anything. I want you to go up, and if you think they're attractive, just say that. Just fucking say they're attractive, and don't expect anything in return. Don't expect to, like, for them to also say that, or for them to sit down with you and talk for a while. Just say what you mean. Say what you think. And when you start approaching, you have to first know that you are a sick guy yourself, right? You are a sick guy. You are funny. You are fucking talented at some shit. I don't know what it is, but you're talented at it, and you have shit going on. So if you are not a sick guy, and you don't believe you are a sick guy, you first have to become a sick guy. Someone who other people want to be around. Become the kind of person someone wants to be around. I have videos on this. Set up your life in a way that makes you an attractive person. Actually have shit going on. Have some kind of career goals. Have some ambition. Be able to talk with some fire in your belly whenever you're talking about something. Whenever someone asks you about something you're passionate about, let them know, dude. Let them fucking know, bro. Be the person that they want to be around. Be a sick guy because they want to be around sick guys. And lastly, the last thing on inner game is you have to have the motivation to overcome the discomfort of approaching. Because yeah, it's going to be an uncomfortable thing, right? It's not seen as like a natural thing to do, even though it's a natural thing for humans to do. But in today's day and age where people are just like, or people aren't as in person socially, it can be odd to just like stop someone in the middle of their day and be like, hey, But this is something you have to overcome because it's essential to this, right? What I don't want you to do is try and hit up people on Instagram and Tinder. And where there's something to be said about Instagram and Tinder game, I'm talking about in-person, real-life shit, because this is where you're going to stand out. Every fucking guy is hitting them up on Tinder. Most guys are hitting them up on Instagram too, but if you go up to a girl and ask her out in person, that shows that you've got fucking cojones, brother. You got fucking cojones. It's going to make you stand out. And it's going to make them be like, oh, damn, this guy is different. So you must have the motivation to overcome this discomfort. It will get easier over time also. Know that the first few times you do it are going to be the fucking worst. Maybe you'll get rejected. Maybe you won't. The first few rejections you face are going to suck, but rejection is better than regret. You don't want to live your life full of regret. You don't want to live your life regretting that you didn't meet the girls that you wanted to meet. You don't want to live your life regretting that you are with someone who you know you could have done better, right? You don't want to feel like you settled for life in general. So journal about this. I'm a big fan of journaling. Journal about why you actually want this, why you're not going to let the women that you think are attractive slip by every fucking day like you have been, because you are not going to live how you have been living. It's unacceptable for you to. The next part of this, you have to actually put yourself in situations that the women you want to meet are going to be in. So this depends on your goals. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I feel like it's self-explanatory. Other people have talked about it, but this depends on your goals, right? So like showing up to a nightclub versus showing up to a dance class. Do you want to meet women who are going to be at nightclubs? Do you want to meet women who are going to be at dance classes? These might be the same women. They probably are a lot of the time, but it depends on the context. It depends on what you want out of your relationship. Another time to journal is, where are the women that you want to meet? And you have to actually get out there. Get out of your room, bro. Get out of your fucking room and go meet some people. And when you actually approach, last big point, when you are actually approaching, don't think, just go. It's like 3, 2, 1, and your feet are moving. Use the 3, 2, 1 trick and just fucking go. You don't have to think of the perfect line. In fact, if that is going to fuck you up more than you think it will, you will find the words. And if you don't, you're going to learn from not finding the words, right? Because every time that you do this, you're going to get like that sinking feeling in your gut during it, probably after rejection too. But you are going to learn from it. You're going to learn and you're going to get better. So don't think and just approach. Because I have a shitty story from this that happened not that long ago, honestly, too soon ago. But I approached this girl and I said, "Hey, how are you? How are you?" Cameron, I'll call her Cameron. And we had some small talk, had some conversation, and I said, "Now, Cameron, let me ask you a question. Do you have a boyfriend?" And she said, "Yep, I sure do." And I said, because I was trying to think of the exact right thing to say. I had pre-thought of things to say before going in, and I was just blanking. I was just staring at this girl and going, and you know what I said? You know what I fucking said? "You have a nice smile." I said, "You have a nice smile." And she said, "Thank you. You do too." And I said, because again, I was trying to think of the right thing to say. And I said, "Just take it as a compliment." Oh my God, that's embarrassing. That's an embarrassing thing to say, Luke. Oh. And so, yeah, I looked like a fucking tool, but this is why you don't want to think of the perfect things to say, because you're going to get stuck on them. You're going to freeze up. I have learned from this. And now, I don't think, I just go. This is what I want you to do too. When you are going up to have these conversations, the only thing I want you to have in your mind is 1, be authentic and honest. 2, make yourself laugh. Have fun in these conversations. I want you to tease the person that you're walking up to. I want you to say things that are going to make yourself laugh. And if they aren't on your brand of humor, like, that's fine. They can go fuck off. There are so many more people who are going to be. You want to find the right people. You're not going to get every single person that you want, that you think is attractive, just because you guys aren't going to mesh, and that's okay. But a lot of the time, you are, because you have fucking balls and you're actually going up and approaching them. Tease these people. Have fun. Be authentic and honest. Tell them your intentions. Bonus tip. Bonus tip. Remember, they poop. You are putting women up on a pedestal right now. You are saying they're absolutely perfect. I am just a shithead for trying to approach. I'm ruining their day. Remember, they poop, brother. Have nasty ass visualizations of them taking the nastiest shits, bro. They take nasty ass shits. They're stinky as hell. Remember this when you're going up to approach them, and you're not going to put them on as much of a pedestal. you're going to be on more even ground because, like, they're just another fucking person, bro. They're just another person. Why is this? You're letting this get in your head way too much. Remember, they poop. Be honest, be authentic, tease them, win the inner game first, and you're gonna do fucking wonders. So get out there and talk to some females. Drop a like if this video helped you. Act now. Become unstoppable.